Well, good morning, guys. Another exciting day on Frankenbuggy. While Bobby's working on the tuning, I am going to be taking care of some suspension problems here. When I first put this rack and pinion in here and determining where it's going to sit in the car, well, that kept changing the length of the tie rods, which I would put the rack on, set the tie rods to a certain length, and then have to make adjustments. And there's slight adjustments here too. I don't like how that is like so cockeyed there. I mean, we're actually touching right there, so I might end up giving the spindles a little bit of a twist there upward to take that binding out, and then build new tie rods. What I got here, I picked up some new steel, so I'll have to take the bungs out of those tie rods, and after cutting these, install the bungs and install the heim joints. Now, yesterday I went to this place here locally in Tucson, Arizona. It's called Ballistic Fabrication, and they do all the parts for off-road vehicles. And I had to get some of these spacers, because although these shocks were a wonderful present from a friend of mine, they didn't come with any spacers. So had to get those. Went to the hardware, got some hardened grade 8 bolts, and so I am going to install those shocks properly, build new tie rods, and yeah, get this front end steering all together. Then, oh, these guys here. You know, I just go to the wrought iron supply place. You get a bag of these, really, a bag of 25 for like $5. And when it comes to mounting stuff, I don't know if you guys noticed listening to the motor running videos, you get this rattling here. So I'm gonna finally get the darn floor mounted so it doesn't rattle. So we got a few things to take care of. Got that battery getting charged up. Yeah. No one ever said building an awesome off-road car is an easy task, but we'll get through it. We're gonna get this thing running and handling great, and can't wait to hit the desert. We'll see you in a bit. I'm gonna get to work. So guys, we're moving a little bit further. I just got back from Industrial Metal Supply, IMS, and I got myself some 1.25" DOM with the bungs for the heim joints. The 1 inch, I did have 1 inch, but it's not going to be as strong as the 1.25". This is actually 120 wall, so these are real heavy duty tie rods, which is going to be nice. I needed to get new bungs because one of the ones I took off didn't even have one. I put the lock nut on that side and that one's there, so you know, this is all pretty much garbage. I'm going heavy duty and I'm getting ready to weld stuff up right now. Now Bobby's been working away on this, and what's the word, Bobby?
Well, I mean, I can show you. Got the fans running.
Fans are working. When it initially starts up, what we have is a couple of cylinders here. You will see. About 180. 130. So the two metal cylinders are not firing. They're not firing. Either injectors or plugs are just really cold. So either injectors or the spark plugs are not firing on two of the cylinders. too. So we got ignition going.
We can try.
Either the plug or the fuel supply.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's where we're at with the running of Frankenbuggy, and I'm working on the steering.
Those fans are ripping though.
Oh, them fans are ripping. All right, guys. Well, looks like we're probably gonna end up getting new injectors and plugs. Yeah. I kind of had a feeling. Bobby's been working on tuning and for a long time. I mean, you've been about through every program, right?
No matter what you do on the tune, it doesn't
It's
change.
not doing. Yeah.
You have 2 cylinders down, it's gonna not work. So
So a kind of, process of elimination here. Well, okay, we went from mechanical to the computer, and then now we're back to mechanical stuff, and I believe that's going to do it. I got faith, Bob. So we'll get that stuff ordered, and yeah, we'll get it running, and I'll get it steering. All right, we'll see you in a bit. All right, guys, that is it for the day. I tell you what, it is hot. I don't know what it is about getting old, but yeah, when I was a kid, I'd run through the desert here in Tucson all day long, only come home when it was dinner time. Heat never bothered me at all. Then the years went by, and yeah, when it gets hot, see this touching that's hot, everything's hot. Anyways, that's it for the day. What I did do was discover that I'm gonna have to make some changes. And the other tie rod, I had little bends in it and stuff. I didn't like all that. So when I initially put it on, I had a bolt here with a regular head, and it was too big for this to even fit on there. It stuck out too far. You see this, I'm gonna have to flip that around, put that on the other side so there's room. But so I took off my my little steering block there and drilled some 3/4 inch holes about halfway through, so this type of bolt there, the Allen head bolt there, would sink down a little bit and give us a little bit more room. Another thing I'm going to do, I got to limit this drop. That's what I got to do. You see right here, I got that angle so bad that it's actually rubbing on the spindle there. When I jack it up just a couple of inches, it clears that. Right now, with all that drag, I can't even, because it's dragging. So, suspension's coming up. Tie rods are getting spaced out just a touch there. See this? I can clearance that a little bit more, grind a little bit more weight, because I mean, look at that. That's rubbing right on that bung right there. So, and I didn't weld the bungs all the way around. I basically just tacked them, because after I make all these changes, then I'm gonna have to realign it all. But yeah, now when it comes to the motor, my son went ahead and he ordered all new injectors and all new plugs. I think that's gonna do it. We had 2 cylinders that weren't firing. The ones here in the center here were cooler than these. So, you know, get away from the damn computer and get to the physical parts of this thing, and what does that tell you? Either no fuel because of the injector, or no fire because of the spark plug. Anyways, we're taking care of it all. There is not going to be anything in the way of this thing not running then. So, yeah. But those parts aren't going to be here till like next Thursday. So that gives me a week to tie up all the loose ends that need to be done on this car. Steering, alignment, bolt down the darn floor panels, because they're just resting in there now. And then when I was down there at IMS, I also picked up some more aluminum here because I want to put aluminum, let's see, it'll be right here. And go ahead and do the firewall back here. So 2 firewalls need to get done, and then bolt the floors down. And then I'm gonna get a thinner gauge aluminum to do the side panels. I'll use Zeus fasteners and all that for that. So, but yeah, this is real exciting, but you know, the work never ends. Yeah, I got into the steering today, and that opened up a whole can of worms there. So, but we'll get through it. I can't wait. I told Bobby, I says, next winter, this thing's going to Glamis. You don't go to Glamis in the summertime. It's probably 115 degrees right now there. So, but wintertime, it's a great place. Anyways, guys, I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow. More work tomorrow, and we'll see you then. Everyone have a good evening, and take care now.